Everybody, so today I'm gonna film my color correcting routine. A couple people have asked me to do an updated version of this. I did one like months and months ago, and so I just wanted to kind of like refilm it for you guys so that way like the quality was a little bit better now that I have like lighting and a good camera. Also, this is kind of a good day to do this because I am breaking out really bad. I tried a new skincare product and like instantly it just like made my face like explode on itself. Like I usually don't get really bad breakouts, but I figured this would be a good day to kind of test out the color correctedness of this Wet n Wild palette. Of course, I'm talking about the Coverall palette, and this is really inexpensive. You can get this at like Walmart or drugstores, Target, stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure it's either $4 or $5. So if you want to try color correcting, this is a really good way to try it out, and I'm going to show you what all the colors are used for. So first I'm going to start out with this e.l.f. Zit Zapper, and this is like $1. This is pretty cheap too, just to put it on my blemishes a little bit because I don't want them to like get out of control. Like I said before, I don't really break out much, but when I do, I mean, man, like it really goes nuts. So I'm gonna let that dry for a second. Also, what I always do is put on some lip balm, and I really like this one from Fresh. I really love the formula of this and like the color. It just feels so good on my lip. It's very like thick and moisturizing. Anyways, that's not the point of the video. Okay, so I kind of wanted to start off by saying with this particular product, I think this is going to be better suited for people with drier skin. For me, I don't really think that this wears great. Like I wouldn't want to go out for like hours at a time like in heat and stuff like that, because to me the thickness of this is just a little too much for my skin type. Like I do have oilier skin, so this tends to like be a little too like heavy for my preference. Also, this white highlight part has glitter particles in it, so I'm going to show you today like how I like to use it, and it does really have a nice finish. I really like this for like videos and pictures and stuff like that. And if you have like serious stuff you need to cover, I mean, this is a good option, but I just want to give you fair warning that it is really thick, and it's not like gonna last you very long if you have oily skin, because it's gonna break up the product. Again, like I said, I have oily skin, so I'm gonna use a primer to kind of balance things out a little bit and hopefully like make this adhere better to my skin and not break up so bad. So I'm gonna use the Benefit Porefessional, which is a really good like mattifying primer, and it's really good if you have like large pores, oiliness, stuff like that. To the actual corrector, I'm going to start off with the green color, which the green color is great for redness. I'm going to add that in any places that I think are red. So, you know, like my breakouts, and like I definitely have some redness around my nose and stuff like that. And then I'm just going to use like a flat concealer brush. I mean, you don't need anything really big because you're focusing on like more concentrated areas. And I just like dab into the product. And you're gonna really want to like try not put like such a heavy thick layer, because this will leave like a cast of whatever color you're using. That right there is a little too thick. Like you can kind of see how it's disappearing in the skin a little bit better. Here it's like that's gonna be hard to even out. It's gonna end up spreading like all over my face, and we're trying to concentrate just on the areas that need the correction. So I kind of like try and take some and rub it off the edge a little bit. I'm gonna work with a purple color, and this is supposed to correct sallow tones. And when I think of sallow, I think of like sickly looking or like really yellow. They say it's like a yellow tone to the skin. But what I like to do is I like to put it on my eyelids, because my eyelids tend to be really brown and discolored, and I find that like a purple color like this really kind of helps balance that out. So I just put a little bit on my finger and just kind of dab it on my eyelid. is the yellow corrector, and this is good for blue undertones, so like your under eye area, this is really good for. So again, I'm just going to take my ring finger, and a ring finger is good to use around your eye area because it applies the least amount of pressure, and I'm just going to like tap that under my eye. If you have more green under eye bags, it's really good to use red because red is the opposite of green. Obviously, like we balanced out the red in my skin with green. And I have a little bit of redness down my nose, so I'm just gonna take my finger. Oh yeah, that's too much. Like the green, I've noticed like is really pigmented, so try to like use a light hand with it. Because when I've tried to work with it and like blend it out, I will just have green all over my face from trying to like blend it, and it just gets everywhere. I have brownness right here on this side of my cheek. I don't know what it's from, but there's just like some weird discoloration. So I'm gonna go in with the purple again. What I like about color correcting is it's really just kind of like individual to you and like what areas you personally need help with. You know, I think color correcting is just very individual and personal. Okay, so now that we have all the colors on our face, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out, and then I'm gonna use the white and put that over it because the green is in some areas where I wanna put the white. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend, like kind of just press this into the skin with a damp beauty blender. So now I'm gonna take the white and I'm just gonna use my ring finger again, and then I'm gonna place it on the areas that I wanna highlight. I'm not going to blend this out just yet. I'm going to blend it along with my foundation. So today I'm going to use the Dream Liquid Mousse airbrush finish, and the color I have is Classic Ivory. And I would suggest using like a more matte foundation, especially if you are more oily and if you're going to use this white kind of highlight because it has very much of a sheen in it. And you don't have to highlight the places that I did, especially if you get really oily in the T-zone. But if you want like a subtle glow, like kind of a natural glow, I would suggest putting some like maybe on your cheekbones or maybe like right under your brow bone, which I forgot to do. White highlight is probably my favorite part of the whole correcting palette. I've used this so many times just to like take a matte foundation and make it a little bit more dewy and a little bit more of like a natural looking finish. So I'm just gonna take a couple pumps on the back of my hand and then dot it on my face and then blend it out from there. My color correcting routine. My battery's about to die. If you guys want to check out this palette, like I said, just go to Walmart. I've actually heard that using an olive color green corrector is better for redness, which I want to eventually try that out, but for like an inexpensive drugstore option, I think this is really good. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my color correcting routine. Let me know in the comments what products you like to use to color correct, if you color correct at all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.